Okay, 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 yaar. Same stuff, different name. हाँ, गुरमन स्कूल में फोन नहीं किया ओके
Now public school. Press 1 for attendance. Press 2 to leave a voicemail message for teaching staff. Press 3 to reach the main office. Who's calling, please? Enter your access code, then press pound. You have one new message. To listen, press 1. First new message.
अरे बेटा हाँ जी
पापे
ओके बेटा
आपे
की करने में
दादी बाबू आपे
आप पे करना
होते पापा
यस
पापा
यस बेटा
तेरे मामा करे मैं बुक लगे सो मेरी बुक दे दो
दे देना
सिखा दो क्या दे दो मुझे
हाँ जी
ये स्कूल में दे दो इसमें फोन आ रहा है मेरा नाम पापा पापा तुझे मैंने नहीं तुझे मेरी चीज़ पापा तुझे पापा जी
हाँ जी
मेरी चीज़ नहीं पापा नहीं I tried too much. Daddy, Mama, मैं पुट्टी
हम्म?
खाई
हाँ पुट्ठी भाई
पुट्टी में मैं पापा तुझे
हाँ जी बेटा
तुझे
नहीं तुझी कहते पापा नहीं कहते पापा आपदा काम करते हैं ओके
पापा की कर रहे हो
बेटा मैं की करता हूँ ना दसो पहले मैं
पापा तुझे पापा तो की कर रही है I miss my teacher so bad. I miss my teacher.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਉੱਠ ਕੇ ਤਿਆਰ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਏ ਬੇਟਾ
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਪਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਪਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ I miss my teacher. Papa tutti look. Mom
ਕਿਹੜੇ ਮਾਂ ਬੇਟਾ
tutti dad. Papa di
हाँ जी
tutti
ਦੂਜੇ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਬੇਟਾ
tutti bowl dad. Mom dad.
हाँ जी हाँ जी बेटा इन्हें बंद कर दे ओके बेटा तो हाथ नहीं लाना ना 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 उन्हें हाथ लाना बेटा नो नो बेटा उधर नहीं हाथ लाना
ਹਲੇ ਹਲੇ ਨਾ ਪਾਪਾ ਕੋਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੈਣਾ ਆ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਣੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਪਾ ਕੋਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੈਣਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬਿੱਲੀ ਅਗਰ ਮੇਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਿਸਨ ਕਰਦਾ ਚੱਲ ਚੱਲ ਝੂਟਾ ਫਿਰ ਕੱਲਾ ਰੋਈ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨਾਲੇ ਘੋੜਾ ਰੋਈ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਚੱਲ ਚੱਲ ਹਾਏ ਅਗਰ ਵੀ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਮਿੱਟੀ ਇੰਨੀ ਉਹ ਮਨਿੰਦਰ ਤੂੰ ਕੀ ਕਰੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਕੱਲੀ ਕੱਲੀ ਹਾਏ ਮਨਿੰਦਰ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀ ਚਲੋ ਛੇਤੀ everything.
Trade reversal I find them so difficult. Not impossible. It's just for me, they're not easy. I love my VWAP trading. This VWAP trading is so good. But I do understand that reversals though provide the best return. Like the risk to reward on reversals is always like 1 to 5, 1 to 6. Like it's nice. It's really nice, especially when things get extended like the way they are right now. So
Go back here. So yeah, we had a short. Oh, wow! Look at that. Do you see the wick on Microsoft?
no, I've not looked at
Weird.
Microsoft today.
Just take a.
Oh yeah, 503.
Yeah,
And, yeah.
right up to 503. I didn't see that happen, but I just saw it on my
Hmm.
chart. That's wow. Okay, well, this might be an opportunity for a double bottom. We'll see if it retests here. What
Mhm.
happens on the markets overall?
Yeah.
No,
bottom.
no. I'm worried that it's not going to go any lower, that this might be. It didn't actually retest the low.
Tesla's bouncing again too. Dropped 395, back up. AMD
Yeah.
back up. Yeah, we're getting to a double bottom situation, which could be another opportunity. Peter, are you dabbling? You dabbling?
No. No, because it
not,
didn't retest close enough for me to use
Yeah.
my standard double bottom strategy.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. Again, I don't know what it's going to do from here. This could be it. This could be the move higher, or not. So I just got to sit and watch now.
Yeah. Oh, you piece of shit. Oh. Let's be nice. Let's be nice. All right. Peter, you're talking about a specific stock or market overall right now?
I mean, I obviously am looking at specific stocks, but really everything's sort of following the market trend.
Yeah.
So yeah, it depends on what the market itself does. You notice, I mean, if I look at a chart for any of the major ones, right, that we watch, NVIDIA, AMD, Tesla, Apple, even Microsoft, very similar patterns happening here, right? Like they're generally following what the SPY and the Q charts are doing. So it's just I'm just watching to see what they're up to, since they're not moving independently, and that's okay. You know, you can trade that even if they're just following the trend. I don't expect independence on those.
Yeah.
Where I was expecting some independence was on net Cloudflare, which is still frustrating because again, I had that short at 200, Carlos. And it's all your fault.
Yeah, it's my fault.
It's all your fault.
Yes, it is.
And look, I
You
could have been
you
short.
had a good drop to VWAP.
I know.
It's
Look
still
at it.
going
It's
lower.
great. It's below
Could have
VWAP.
survived
It's
this.
still going.
Oh man, it cost money. Cost Peter money today.
I know. I know. Now I need more likes just to make up for it.
Yeah, you know what? I'll help you with that, friends. Please. I normally don't beg. Today I am begging you. Hit the like button. I don't know what else to do. I will sing if I could sing, but I can't sing for crap to save my life. Hit the thumbs up. We need to help Peter with his losses today. Oh man,
That's funny.
all right.
Very
See what's
funny.
happening here.
All right. Well, we'll just wait
these,
for opportunity. See, it's why I didn't chase that second bounce, because you just don't know, and it didn't meet my strategic criteria. So
yeah, These
Well,
guys
that
are
looks
getting
like
so
yeah.
good here, man. These scammers. Got to see the message I got. Final notice of unpaid traffic violation. Payment required by November 19. And on top of that, they have like New Jersey. So they know I'm from New Jersey with the area code. So they have New Jersey state law. Like it's very well written. ChatGPT definitely wrote this.
Right.
They have everything spelled right, and they have a link at the bottom to go pay on the online portal. I know for a fact that government hates messages. Everything is through letters. So the government will
Right.
never send you anything through text, maybe a confirmation of payment, but they will never do this. Everything is through letters. You know, they're old fashioned like that. And yeah, but there's some like somebody guessed this and you know, they'll click on that link. They will definitely click on that. So wow. Very well written. Click and give them your CC number. Yeah, I'm gonna give them a nice big finger that I'm gonna give them. Crazy. So be careful, especially talk to your elders, guys. You know, the elderly is the ones that they really get caught with this crap because, you know, so if you have, I tell my parents, don't click on any links. I don't care who it is. Don't click on any links. You have an
Yep.
issue, let me know. Or you take the statement that you got from the company and call them directly and find out what's going on. But don't click on anything. Don't answer the phone for anybody you don't know. It's just not
Right.
worth it. You know, everybody that you know is saving your phone number. They're going to call you from a number that you know or text you, right? So just don't bother. All right, friends. Tesla is trying to do some Tesla things. Nvidia, everything's just kind of bottoming out here and just winding down to like some kind of point. And if the market gives them a little bit of strength, you're going to see that pop all the way to VWAP very, very quickly.
Mm.
Except Apple. Apple's going lower. Wow, Apple is not doing so good right now. Another drop on Apple. Although they were green for the day. One of the few tickers that was actually green this morning. A lot of stuff was pretty much close to the previous day close. And now they've gone red with this drop recently here. So you're waiting for the market to turn before jumping in on anything. Yeah, it's getting close, I think, though. If you look at the Qs and the SPYs, it's getting close. If it's gonna happen, we might have the low in, but we'll see. We'll see. If Andrew has a bad day, Cloudflare better beware. He's gonna change everything. He's not gonna use them anymore. They're gonna lose their business. It's their fault. If trade's bad today, it doesn't recover. It's their
Yeah.
fault. We're gonna cancel our account with you guys. Damn it, messing up our traders and our process this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, man.
I'm I am long here on an AMD for this bounce.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's
Taking
see.
a partial on it. So let's hold on. Let me call it up here on the screen. You can see what I'm doing. I did. It's my second try at it. You can see that I took
Yeah.
I took one and I just let myself get stopped at a break even. And then I got in when it went a little higher. So
Yeah.
we'll looking for this bounce move. VWAP would
we're
be
getting
the
something here.
target.
Yeah, it'd be
Should
awesome.
be,
VWAP.
yeah,
I believe Andrew is also long here as well.
he is.
Taking,
He is.
Yep, taking some parcels there. Very nice. All right, there's time. It's early, guys. Early. There's time
yeah.
to get some stuff in. If the market continues to trade nice and bounce here. What should the poll be today? Today we need a poll. I wanna. What do you guys have
There
in
we
mind
go.
over on YouTube?
Oh, what the hell? Oops. I got a terrible fill on that. I was trying to get a fill over 229 and it just pulled back 30 cents on me when I went to hit the button. That's too bad.
Kumar Ontario
All right.
finally got green with reversals. Very nice. Good. What did you take? The reversal. Nvidia. Yeah, for me now, right? Saturn trade reversal. I'll be looking for a VWAP breakout. So let's see if we can get a nice clean VWAP breakout. We got a couple that are doing that now. Nvidia right at VWAP, like you mentioned, Caesar. So let's see. Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I kind of know the answer to that, Jose. It's gonna be Cloudflare, right? What was the worst outage? Amazon or Cloudflare? I think it's Cloudflare because it affected us. Amazon didn't really bother us. We were fine. But for us personally, right? But I'm sure Amazon being down is much bigger than Cloudflare. Probably costs a lot more money. All right, Michael 7759 is parceling on Nvidia. What a day. Patience. It was killing me today. Amazon outage was worse for me. Webull wasn't working almost the whole day. Cloudflare is just a few websites. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, take down your platform. That hurts. Here's Nvidia. Did pull back. This is the confirmation. I don't love it. I'll be honest. I don't love going long here.
All right, took another partial on AMD.
All right, I like that.
Oh, look at Andrew. Andrew's copying me. I gotta. Andrew? Stop copying me. He's copying my trade. I took a partial, and then he said he's taking a partial. He's copying me. Like, stop it.
You're saying like if Andrew's listening to us.
He is listening. Look at his face. He's got a little smirk there. I know he's listening to me. I know he can hear me.
Oh shit. All right, we need you guys to recover. Yes, I need you to recover your losses. I need Andrew to recover his losses. We can have a great day today. Let's do this. All right, good.
I only say it because Andrew's always like telling everybody else, stop copying my trade. So I just
I know. So but sometimes we legit take the same trade without listening to each other because it's just the way we trade. You know, we learn from him. So technically, yeah, we are taking your trade, Andrews, because we did learn from you. So in essence, right? You know, we are copying you framework from the beginning of time. Of our trading.
Oh wow, look at this pullback. I'm glad I took that partial when I did. Look at that pullback hard after. I didn't quite wait for VWAP, and that turned out to be a smart move. So.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yes, Sonny. TT, you might see a little lags. I think it's all part of this outage issue, right? So, you know, if you got your funding, this is a real test that you will have in the real world. Sometimes DAS goes down. Sometimes, you know, your trading tools go down, even the professional ones that you pay tons of money for. And on those days, what do? If DAS is acting funny, I just don't trade, right? So it might require you to do that. So like if you have your funded account, you're sitting well in your funded account, you want to keep things intact, I wouldn't trade today, right? Or at least I will wait till a little bit later. And this is something that you will have to face with in real life as well when you have your actual account, you know? So yeah. Not today. There it is. There it is. So just be mindful. The most important thing is proving to yourself that you can make money consistently, deal with the issues that are going to arise, and this is one that, you know, unfortunately Cloudflare has created, and will happen. But yeah, protect your account at all costs, right? Like if you're seeing some issues, protect your funded account, and I wouldn't trade today. Or if you feel that you still want to trade, you know, reduce your size so your risk is still very minimal, right? So again, at the end of the day, like I said before, you want to become the best risk manager possible. You know, you could be a mediocre trader, you could be a mediocre day trader. If you are an amazing risk manager, you can make this work. Opposed to being an amazing trader, a great trader that can find opportunities, get in, get out quickly, and have really poor risk management, you're done. You're not going to last. It's always going to take that one time where your risk management goes out the window and you end up blowing your account, no matter how good you are, right? So keep that in mind at all times. All right, friends. Is it possible to
It's-
enable rewind on the YouTube stream? Oh yeah, it is. Sorry, I
It's
turned that off
interesting.
today
Hmm.
because when we had to shut down the stream and restart it, I had to check everything off so it doesn't end the stream for you guys. So yeah, I could return that back on. I could definitely turn that back on.
All right, I'm still hanging out here in AMD. I I was thinking about adding on that bounce because it was such a strong move down. But I'd like
Yeah.
to stay in this for the long term. I'm hoping that this will be sort of a rest of the day bounce. I don't know that that's what we're gonna get, but
Yeah.
we'll
Okay,
see here.
cool.
I'll take another partial if we get up over 230, maybe.
Nice.
Oh, I think Andrew's congratulating me on my trade in AMD. Thanks, Andrew.
There you
It's,
go.
I'm glad I could teach you something and you could follow me. I know I'm just trying to annoy
You
him.
just couldn't take the win. You
I
gotta
know.
add to
He
it.
couldn't
What
take
is
the win.
wrong
I
with
know.
you?
I had to go and twist the knife. Eh? It's
You
just-
gotta. Come on. Goodness. Oh boy.
Anyways,
This should be,
all right.
It'll be fun. All right, here it is in
Okay.
NVIDIA.
Whoa,
NVIDIA's
we
putting in
almost
a
got-
nice VWAP breakout. Just don't. I don't know. Something about it I don't love here to go long. on this.
Yeah. AMD can't
Some-
seem to break through the VWAP.
Yeah.
It did break through for like a second, but not for very long. What does it say the VWAP is? 72. I've got 68 on this other chart. Yeah, it's we'll see. We'll see if we can get it up through. Looks like the market isn't interested in going through the VWAP, so that's gonna keep things
Yeah.
depressed here a little bit.
Yeah. Yep. Why do you not trade TSLL instead of Tesla? You could actually do both. It's all about how much you want to risk. Now TSLL has some benefits, like you could use less buying power with the leverage. So it really depends on your trading style. I prefer to trade Tesla. Just take less shares, right? And it's all about managing your risk. Here you could take a lot more shares, but don't get crazy. If it's $15 stock, you don't want to be buying in a boatload of shares here, right? Just because you can afford the buying power, because it is leveraged and it can move very aggressive. How much is this? Just 2 times 2. Okay, so nothing crazy, but
Are you showing a chart? Because you still have mine up there. if that's
Oh
what-
yeah, sorry. Yeah, so here Tesla TSLL is times 2 leverage, so you can trade the one, and you can still look at actual Tesla for the move. So I see when Andrew trades TSLL just to manage better buying power, right? Or so he still looks at Tesla for the actual decision making, right? Because this mirrors what Tesla does. So Memo, you could do either one. It doesn't really matter. I'm more comfortable doing Tesla. Just take less shares. Just take a reasonable number of shares. I know I'm gonna give this. Usually when I'm trading Tesla, I know I'm gonna give it sometimes up to $2.50. Like I've done $2.50 on Tesla. I've done $3 on Tesla because I expected a 6, right? So I manage that number of shares accordingly, right? So and when we were down here, we were parsing like 36 shares, right? So it's expect to get your money on the move here, which we did today. Today was a really, really good day for Tesla. Now it's going to be like this, but it's your choice on which one you feel comfortable doing so. If you have a smaller account, TSLL could be amazing, right? If you have a smaller account, let's say you're limited on the buying power, or you got a lot of positions open, you want to take another one, and you have limited buying power, TSLL could be a great one. But again, it's just the risk. Keep the risk the same. If you plan to risk $100 on Tesla, only risk $100 on TSLL. Don't go crazy.
दीदी को नहीं जाना बेटा मैं लॉक लगा
Again, going back to
बैठे
that
हैं
point,
जी।
risk management is like the number one thing here. All right, let's go back to your trade here, Peter. I see you're in partial. No ad, huh? Here. For Peter, so no ad, and we're checking out, see how this plays out. Looks like it might want to go. If it can stay up here, this candle can close green that could be a good
Angie?
location you might want to hang out higher.
David?
So let's see how it closes here.
ਥੱਲੇ ਆ ਬੇਟਾ ਟੈਬਲੇਟ
Yeah, it doesn't
Tell
look
you
great. I don't
another
like
one.
these movements below VWAP. If this exact same pattern was happening
Duttini.
above VWAP,
Papa
then
ji.
that would be good. But the fact that it's happening below and the SPY and the Qs look identical, right? They're making the exact same move, also below VWAP. Tells me it's actually more likely to go back down to the low of day than it is to make a move up to the high of day. So
ਹਾਂਜੀ
if it comes back and stops me out, then
ਕੀ ਹੋਇਆ ਇੱਥੇ
so be it. I'm hoping for
Did you
obviously
buy
a move
Eagle?
higher, and it could go either way, but it's just the likelihood is that it's not going to go higher. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
let's see. Let's see how the cookie crumbles, my friend. What do you think about Oklo moving different than the market? Let's take a look. Go ahead, Peter. Before I jump on this
They're asking what Atlas looked like. Atlas on Tesla looks bullish. There's a lot more orders to the top side, and it looks a lot more consistent. So that looks relatively good. AMD, on the other hand, looks bearish. There's a lot of orders sitting down at 225, and frankly, not a lot higher or between the current price and the 225 and the low. So
ਇੱਥੇ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਬੇਟਾ
right
ਬਣਾ
now, basically that tells me that the deep pockets, the big money, they're
ਇਹਨੂੰ
not
ਰੱਖ ਲੈਣਾ
placing
ਬੇਟਾ
bets
ਪਾਪਾ
on
ਦਾ ਇਹਨੂੰ
AMD,
ਪਾਪਾ ਦਾ
which
ਇਹ ਪਾਪਾ
explains
ਦਾ
why it's
ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਬੇਟਾ
choppy, right? Like we don't see a lot of orders. They're not trying to drive it anywhere. If you look at the overall volume, it's
ਬੇਟਾ
relatively low and dropping here, right? The volume's dropping off. So, you know,
ਕਿੱਥੇ
right
ਜਾਣਾ
now it's a flip of the coin as to whether this thing goes higher or
ਇੱਥੇ
lower.
ਨਹੀਂ ਫਿਰ
'Cause
ਹੱਥ
it's
ਨਹੀਂ
just
ਲਾਉਣਾ
not,
ਕਿਸੇ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ
there's nobody pushing it. Now, that could change at any point, right? It gets over a certain price level, the interest gets back in it, like 230, I think will be a key level. If
ਚਿਕਨ
the
ਹੋਈ ਜਾਂਦੇ
volume
ਬੇਟਾ
comes back a little bit, then we could see this thing start to move aggressively higher. If it doesn't, then it's more likely just to slide off, slide lower on price. So, it's again, it's all about playing odds and probabilities, right? And right now, it's just uncertain. So if I wasn't already in this with a good price, I'd probably be getting out. But right now, I'm hoping to wait for a longer move, but I don't know that I'm going to get it.
Got some cushion there. Here's Oklo. You guys mentioned it earlier. So Oklo right now, I mean, it's bouncing off the VWAP. I don't really see a setup for it to trade, but they had a nice open, real nice pop at the open. Stayed green, came red for a little bit, back up above the VWAP, another breakout towards the high of the day. So it's been active today. I don't see a strategy I would have traded here. Even on the 5-minute, I don't see anything that would have jumped in on. So it's moving, a little less volume than we're seeing other things get, but it is moving here.
Yeah. Here's the move lower on AMD. Like I said, more likely to have done that. Hasn't stopped me out yet, but it's getting close. It's getting close.
All right, friends. Just want to give a good shout out to our friends here that joined
ਬੇਟਾ
Lambos and
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਉਂ ਹੱਥ ਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਬੇਟਾ ਪਾਪਾ ਦਾ ਸਮਾਨ ਹੈ ਪੁੱਤ ਉਹ ਪਾਪਾ ਦਾ ਸਮਾਨ ਹੈ ਓਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੱਥ ਲਾਉਣਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਟੇਬਲ ਹੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਾਫੀ
Dominic
ਦੇਣਾ
also joined earlier, so welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck. Patrick Whelan, thanks for the support. The
ਕਿੱਥੇ
message
ਭੀੜ
as
ਹੋਈ
well.
ਹੁਣ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ
And again, appreciate you guys being part
That's a
of
big amount there. Thank you, Patrick.
Yeah, big.
And I've been
appreciate that.
I've been watching Patrick for years. He's been putting content online.
It's great to
and
take.
some
I like it too.
Oh yeah, interesting stuff. Again, I
I
can't trade his style. Like I watched him. I remember when I started trading. Like, oh my god, like 8 years ago, I think he was still doing stuff. And I watched and I'm like, I can't trade the same way. But he's definitely got an approach that works for him. So
it's been doing it for a while. Yeah.
ਦੂਜੀ ਵਾਰ ਮੈਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਲੈ
I love video content. Like I love the editing part of it. Editing and his videos are really. He does a great job with editing and all that stuff. Because I enjoy that. Like even when I watch movies, I'd be like, oh, you see what they did there? The color of this is pulling out their ties with their eyes. Like everything is, there's a purpose to everything. It's not just random, right? And he does a good job with that too. So check out his channel if you haven't, and then thank you for the support, my friend. All right, awesome. Rhinos, you do that as well? I'm telling you, man, if I was not a trader, I would be either a pilot or I would be in the film video editing business. 'Cause I do enjoy that. All right, friends, our friends are getting ready to log on here. So let's go ahead and start getting everything over to our chat room. And just a quick reminder before the boys come on, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. Really appreciate it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I know some people are not subscribed. So if you haven't had the opportunity to do that, subscribe so you can see us when we go live on here. Good morning, Andrew. Oh, I can't hear Andrew. How come?
I can't hear him either. I can hear you. I can
Sorry,
hear me.
guys.
Okay. There he is.
There we go.
Good morning. What a morning, Han. What a crazy morning.
Indeed.
Yeah.
What happened exactly?
Indeed. Well, Cloudflare just went crazy on everybody.
Shit.
Oh no,
What-
I just got stopped out. That's too bad.
What did you do, Peter, with Cloudflare? What did you touch?
Wasn't me, man. I didn't do it. Not this time.
Yeah,
this
so
time.
Cloudflare was down. Cloudflare is one of the softwares that does a lot of protection to web services. We use it for Trade Terminal and BBT. It's like a shield layer for all the, DDoS or hacks or ugly traffics in the website. But if they go down, then everybody is going down. So that's why everybody was getting this 505 internal error. Means the server wasn't responding because your request to pull the website was hitting the shield that was blocking everything. X was down, ChatGPT was down, but it seems that now everything was working. And it's amazing that they always do it right at the open, just to mess or. I swear to God, it's always happening right there around the open.
You got 24 hours. You pick this one. Like, come on, man. Get it together.
Come on, right at 9:30 a.m. in the New York time, like really.
Yeah, Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law, yeah, really, Murphy's Law. So we did a really nice bounce on AMD today. So AMD on a daily chart was amazing. Like it was selling off toward these two important level that I had. Let me bring my pen as well. So yeah, we had
Where's
some.
Brian? Is he joining us today?
Brian had to
Oh, yeah.
unfortunately go to airport. So
Oh,
we had
okay,
this
okay.
important level. Yeah, so he's flying today for work. So we had this two important level here. And I was hoping to get a bounce on AMD. So daily chart is really, really nice. Very clear bounce of these two levels with the doji that shows that every time that the price coming around this 229 level, 225 level is bouncing. And it's like with the doji, like it means that there is definitely some buying pressure around this level. So I looked at it and I said, okay, we're gonna get there. And as soon as it got there, I bought 225. I think the number is exactly 225, 224.90, 225, somewhere around this area. So that again, they're not down to the penny. So if I want to put them together somehow, roughly around 225. We bought this one, popped up, added more, came down, got it stopped out, came back up, went long, added more, all the way to the VWAP, sold, added more for a squeeze above the VWAP, but I got it stopped out. So that turned out to be a very nice, profitable trade for us. For the rest of the trading that we had was, I traded PLTR at the open. I think once or twice. Yeah, actually once. For red to green, didn't go, stopped out. And Tesla, I did a couple of over trading on Tesla, I think. So again, long above the VWAP for red to green, got it stopped out. So that's one trade. And then we tried to catch a bounce from here, again, it stopped out. And then the last trade that was here, eventually we made some of the profit back, but it did end up in a loss day for me. So that was the trading that we did. But it looks like the market has been really trying to bounce. So Qs are finding a level around S4 at 594 on the daily chart. Qs are they're below the 50 moving average, which is pretty volatile here. The last time that they came below the 50 moving average here was in September, but they rallied back. And the time before was somewhere around, yeah, the Liberation Day. So Carlos, how did you trade? What was your trading?
Good, man. I had a Tesla short and a 5-minute ORB. So I'll show you here. So here's the setup. So the first time didn't work. So it was a 5-minute ORB here. I stepped out of VWAP when it came back down. So the selling pressure, that's when I got back in. If you look at the 5 minutes, is where you can see the big selling pressure. And then Atlas, man. Atlas, really, really nice. You can see all the bids at 400. If you remember, Peter, we had a bunch there. And it just kept dropping. You see the bids live just dropping lower and lower and lower and lower. So it was really nice.
Yeah, it was kind of amazing. Nice short. Why didn't you trade TSLL? Is there a reason?
You know what? I just trade Tesla and take less shares. You know, as long as I manage my risk. But you can trade TSLL. I've seen you do that many times. And someone is asking me too, why not trade that one? I guess I could, but I don't know. I usually just trade a stock directly and just take less shares, right? As long as I'm risking the same amount on both of these, it's pretty much the same thing, right? So, but we're talking if you have limited buying power, this could be a great one to use, right? Just be careful because it's leverage.
I know
be very, very
in the Trade Terminal funded account, there's so many people are making really good money with the use of these leverage products. I think one of our top traders that is over $10,000. It was really trading TSLL really well, and we allow that. So very important. But again, remember, leverage is a double-edged sword. So as fast as you can make money, you can lose money as well. So gotta be really careful on that. So
and let me ask you, since I don't trade a lot of ETFs, is the commission on something like this the same as Tesla, or like
yeah, it's
the same? Okay.
Yeah, some brokers they have some commission-free ETFs, but that TSLL or TQQ are not one of them. IBKR is not. If you go to the list of commission-free ETFs for IBKR, some of the ETFs are commission-free, but these are not part of it.
Gotcha.
Some other brokers like Questrade, I think Canadian broker, they give all ETFs for commission-free, but they still charge you the ECN and regulatory fees. So there are pros and cons on brokers and commissions and everything. I think Interactive Broker has a list of series of ETFs that they're commission free, but I think Direxion and ProShares are not part of it. So Simer is asking, is it because you buy more shares? No, I mean, they're leveraged. The leveraged ETFs are obviously the nature of the leverage is good and bad. So, you know, you could blow up faster and can make money faster. So, right, Hughes looks like it's trying to hold this S4 that they're having here.
It does, at least for the moment.
Peter, you did just one AMD trade. It was really clean.
No, it was actually a second try on AMD. I did jump in. I did a couple of trades. I was trying to short Apple. I didn't have a lot of confidence in it, unfortunately. I got it at break even right before the drop. So I had the right idea. I just didn't try a second time, and I would have caught Apple on the big move down. Unfortunately, at the open, Andrew, I was convinced that Cloudflare was going to drop. So I actually tried to short Cloudflare, and it just went up. It actually popped on the open and went up for a good $10, and that stopped me out. So I lost some money on that one.
See, amazing. This is a bias, Peter. You know, I'm sure you're going to miss that. Not having a bias about a company.
Exactly,
I told him.
And that's what we were. You told me. Well, that's what we were talking about, right? That I let my bias on the company overrule what I was seeing on the technicals, and it cost me money. And you know, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing this. Occasionally, you can just let those things take over. I so much wanted to be right that I was shorting it, even though, it clearly was not short at the moment. So
Yeah, guys, this is so important, like so important. It comes deep from the pain that we had gone through, that do not have any opinion about it. It's like, yes, that this is really bad. It has to impact the price. But if it doesn't get out, and that line that tells you is the VWAP. If you think, Cloudflare has messed up the whole world and has to go down, but it's coming closing above the VWAP, that means the market is just giving you a very simple indicator. If it's above the VWAP, you do not short it. It's going to continue going above the VWAP. Like how simple it can be. Like that happened to me many times. Yelp, Car, so many of these things that I blew up on them. They just, always look at, why are you shorting a stock that is ripping above the VWAP? It doesn't matter if the news is bad. It's just the price that blue line in your chart is telling you. Um, if it came back, you can always go back in there, but always get a stop out. I know human nature doesn't want to accept loss. That's in part of our evolutionary, genetics, but it's very important, and you will learn this lesson one way or another. Or exactly, Joy, CRWD was the outage of Delta Airline and everything. So again, that's why I personally am not really following the news that much anymore. Like I come here and I see who's doing what's Brian doing, what's Peter doing. Peter is a little bit
Right.
different, Peter, because you read the news for the pre-market show and stuff. So
Right.
unconsciously you might have this bias in your mind building up.
Yep. Yeah, and today, I experienced that. Instead of just sticking to my rules, like you said, I let that bias influence me, and it cost me money. Now, to the good side, at least I stuck to my rules, right? Once I realized it wasn't working, I had a stop loss, and I just let it stop me out. I wasn't too stubborn that it caused me to do really foolish things, but I probably shouldn't have taken the trade to begin with. So, lesson learned. And sometimes, unfortunately, we're here to help you understand. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing this, you can still, make mistakes. So
And that's the beauty of a community, is that you come into the community to learn about the experiences of the people, so you know either inspire or learn from them. And you eventually have to do some of these mistakes yourself. Like it's like a child that is say, don't touch this when it's hot. Eventually, that person that is gonna touch that and say, oh, it's hot. But hopefully, you don't kill yourself. I don't know. It won't be that
yeah,
bad.
yeah. Yeah, that's the same analogy I use all the time. We'd like to think we're a little smarter. If somebody says, don't touch it, it's hot, you'd say, okay, I get it, right? I shouldn't touch it. When it comes to trading, how many times do we see people touch it? So today, I touched the hot thing, and I shouldn't have.
Yeah, and you got to be a trader. You got to be really going through that, because there are, other communities that are, oriented or just mostly around like news or commentary. But we're actually trading. You see, cry and laugh and everything, and that kind of thing. And it's important to share this real trading feelings and experiences and pains and, euphoria.
Yeah, highs and lows comes
Highs
with
and
it.
lows, yeah.
100%.
Sorry about the technical issues in the
Mhm.
chat room today. Obviously, our website is protected by Cloudflare. We did get impacted. Trading Terminal is also under Cloudflare protection. We got impacted, but it came up. Um, since Trading Terminal is a browser-based application, sometimes when these things happen and then fixed, you need to refresh the browser or clear the cache, because sometimes the cache that is saved on the memory of the browser impacts these web-based applications. So sometimes restarting the computer always helps. I try to restart every morning, because again, you're clearing the cache of the memory of your computer and your browsers and everything. So I do apologize for that, but it was really out of our hand. This
Yeah.
one.
And we weren't the only website, as we were talking about. A number of the news sites were out this morning, so it was, that gave us the clue that it was much more widespread.
Peter, isn't it weird that it all happened during the market open hours? This kind of things happens. I really,
It's tough to say. I mean, look, if it depends why it went down. If it went down because of an attack, well, they probably know that this is their busiest time of the day. A lot of those that use Cloudflare protection, you would have much more volume that would come into the website, so it would make sense that they would attack it. If it was a volume-based just problem, then maybe the same rules apply. But Andrew, yeah, it does seem a little suspicious. But I suppose if you're going to have, if you're doing it purposely and you're going to go for maximum, carnage, you're going to target this time of day.
some of today, yeah. I think there was one, there's one issue is that the financial market is so important and that becomes a vulnerability for, Western politicians that I think was it Wall Street Journal or New York Times that they published a paper that the Chinese tried to impact the financial market to put pressure on President Trump that for the things that they say, okay, we're gonna manipulate it in a way, not manipulate in a way that dump our treasuries in a way that it puts so much pressure on the politicians that okay, don't do this, and which is kind of sad because the other sides they usually don't have that concerns, like they don't care about the markets as long they can make the policies and stuff. So this is bad. Like everybody, all the executives in the world, all the politicians in the morning, probably the first thing that they check is their phone to see what's the financial market doing, and has become something that everybody's watching not to fall.
Yeah. Well, we have to keep in mind, I mean, the US is in a very unique position in the world that I hope, frankly, they retain, which is, it's not just a US economy. It represents a big portion of the global economy, right? When we look at companies, the only reason why an NVIDIA is a $5 trillion company is because it's considered a global asset. It's absolutely based in the US, it's traded in the US. But look how many foreign companies also trade on the US markets, unlike other companies that will go to a foreign stock exchange and trade there, right? Like when we think stock market, I naturally think of the US, right? But it's far from the only stock market. There are stock markets in dozens of countries around the world, but and US foreign policy has dictated that and given us security, good prices and stuff for decades now that we've relied on. So it is much bigger impact, which of course opens it up to international activity, interference, call it what you want, but
Manipulation or
manipulation, yeah, whatever
leveraging
term
or
you want to put to
whatever.
it.
Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it. Yeah. Do you remember at the 9/11 what happened? I wasn't trading in those times, but when in that horrible day, what happened in the financial market? They closed the market. Yes, Peter?
They
For few-
did. They
yeah.
did, yeah. But there was a delay on that because it didn't close right away because, of course, it happened so, it was unexpected when the first plane hit. There was a little bit of a delay on that, and some people were able to take advantage. But yeah, there was a huge market downturn. I wasn't actively trading at the time. I remember I worked for Nortel Networks at the time, and I remember sitting in the offices and when the news spread, and it was just, yeah, it was
How
horrific.
many
But
days was it closed? 7 days?
that's a good question. I don't know. I can't say
I
offhand. I don't want to guess. So
Yeah, that's a easily Googleable question. But I think I had something in my mind that for 7 days Wall Street was closed, like which is a lot. But I think Goldman Sachs or Lehman Brothers. I think Lehman Brothers in those times that they in 48 hours they went to Jersey, they rent a whole hotel and then make the whole hotel a trading floor just in 48 hours. So as soon as it opens up, they had access to everything to start trading again. I think it was Lehman Brothers. I read it somewhere. Tom, 4 days. Okay, so for 4 days it was closed.
yeah, it was enough that obviously it was noticeable and had a significant repercussions on the global economy. So yeah,
So it
it's
was Tuesday. So if the Tuesday got hit, probably closed.
the
Wednesday,
rest of the
Thursday,
week.
Friday, the
Yeah.
rest of the week was closed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, so we're getting a little bit of a bounce here on the markets right
Yeah.
now. See how far this goes. We're still obviously in a downward trend overall. We need to get back up above VWAP, I think, on a lot of stuff to be able to look at it as a reversal of this trend, but we're not there yet. And
Yeah,
so we're getting close to we're getting very close to the Thailand trip. So it's been sold out for quite a while. We have a number of members that are coming with our moderators to go to Thailand to do an offsite trading experience. It's Andrew, you've got a absolutely fantastic resort where everybody's going to be at, and yeah, it should be a good event. It's one of those, we only do sort of 2 events a year normally. We do sort of one workshop type event. The last couple of years has been in Vancouver, and then last year you started with the sort of the offsite trading invite, which we did Colombia last year. This year you've got Thailand. Pretty awesome experience for those that are able to attend.
yeah, I would love that. We're gonna miss that. This Alex in our chat room, he's creating these AI images. This is amazing. He made me really nice, but this is not you, Peter.
You know, yeah, because you could tell it's not me because it looks like I'm like there's pain in drinking that. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well,
Now, that
first of
looks
all, you
like,
don't drink black label.
I was gonna
It's not-
say, yeah, that's Johnny Walker Black Label right there. So no wonder I look like it's painful because I wouldn't be drinking that. But I notice it doesn't say that. Whatever, it's written in some like fake language.
Yeah.
I love AI, right, where they do that. I love how people put the jersey that's on the picture on the wall behind me on my on me. So
I know
nice.
it's amazing. So guys, I'm really excited actually so it's about 48 people coming with their families. I bring some family members. And yeah, it's we trade together, but more than anything else, it's just community being together, making some really amazing friendships, or strengthening our relationships and friendships. We do have a few people that they had to cancel, so if anyone is interested, you can take their spots. And if you can manage coming to Asia next week, that would be super nice. Asia Pacific is an amazing place. I've been there multiple times, not in Thailand, but Asia Pacific is really beautiful. Like it's just the energy, that place is amazing. So if you want to join, guys, email me last minute, but make sure that you can actually attend for that week. All right, so I'm gonna hand it over to Nathan. He's here. Thank you so much, guys, for everything, and thanks, Peter, for covering the chat room and YouTube. Yeah, it was a little bit chaotic morning.
My pleasure. My pleasure. We're always here. So yeah, take it over. And actually, it looks like we have a guest. So
JT's back with us.
yeah, awesome. Who's hosting JT today? Are you doing that, Nathan?
Everybody.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Well, let me let you guys do that, and yeah, have a great morning.
Yeah, thanks, Peter. We'll do like a little. I have an echo. Hold on, let me kill the room. Sorry, everybody. Hey, what's up, JT? How are you doing, buddy? Good. You don't echo, only I do, so you can talk. That's fun. All right, there we go. I think I'm good now. So, man, so everybody out there in YouTube land, so good to see you all and welcome. I'm going to say hi to everybody for a few minutes, and then we're going to get our guy JT rocking and rolling here. Always a pleasure to have you guys come by and hang out with us, man. It's so great to have you with us, man. And the beard game, as always, super strong.
Yeah, Addie trimmed it up for the launch last month, 2 weeks ago now. So it's pretty good. She does a good job. Very proud of her.
Absolutely. There we go. I found my echo maker. So I'm actually short in the YM right now because I thought we were still going to sell what we were going to sell. So I'm kind of like fingers crossed we get this little bit more of a push I was hoping for, but we'll see what happens. I'm not being too married to it. But I just felt like lately, JT, I don't know about what you're seeing out there in the spot gamma world, but I mean, the market's looking kind of bearish to me these days.
I will say that downside definitely has more opportunity, but it's not going to take much for like some explosive upside. Like just looking at some of the positions in like SPX, if we do get like a big beat and a tech turnaround, because right now we're just seeing like a degrossing of tech. if it turns around, we could see a really substantial buying to really kind of like ramp things up into some Christmas time frame. I don't necessarily think that's base case, but chasing is definitely something that I'm always worried about with these kinds of positions.
Oh, for sure. I couldn't agree more there. You know, for me, when I say that, I'm just like talking about like as I look at like the VPA and the way the market offers to the top side, and then the way we, you know,
Oh
when I'm
yeah.
looking at stairs up, when I'm looking at the elevator, it seems like the elevator's to the downside direction right now.
Have you looked where the 200 moving day average is? Like it's like
Yeah.
6,100. It's so far away. Like it's
Yeah.
not even a concern right now. I was looking at that last night actually. Even with his big down move. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, the 200-day moving average is like 6,150. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
We're
that's
so
fun.
far away from it.
What would
That is
that be
fun.
about?
That'd still be
So a
another
little over
500
like
points.
15%. Yeah, like a 15% drop.
It'd be a full 10% from the top though.
It's crazy.
There we go. I
It's
finally
hard
got
to
logged in
argue
late.
with that. 10%. If you tell me at any point in my investing career, hey, the market is down at 10% right now. You have $50,000 in capital. What are you doing? What I'm doing is I am finding a way to get into the market, right? Because it's not going to stay down 10% in the long run. Because I'm looking to invest. So
That is so true. So everybody that's out there, you know, we definitely are going to have some new people to the channel who haven't been here before. So maybe before we get back into it, I think it's always kind of appropriate for JT to introduce the beard game more specifically, and then also to tell you a little bit about the company he represents when he's doing the Spot Gamma, which is a company that I believe Bear Bull Traders lately has really been starting to like really resonate with more and more as we've been, especially as we've been gaining more options traders and exposing more of them to that material. I think people have been pretty stoked about it.
yeah, so my name's JT. I was a United States Marine for a long time, for a little over 5 years in the early 2000s. I did that because I was not ready for college. I was not ready at all. Following the Marine Corps, pretty much following enlisting in the Marine Corps, I realized college was not as hard as I thought it might have been. So after the Marine Corps, I went ahead and went to college and got, an engineering degree and a math degree, and then went to grad school. So college ended up not being as hard as I thought it was.
Imagine
and over the
compared to
course of
boot
that,
camp, oh,
right,
college,
yeah,
not so
right.
bad. I'm not getting screamed at the whole time, just like every now and
You
again.
would
Dodge.
think with Marine parents, I would have figured that out beforehand, but I don't know. We all learn lessons
No,
the hard way,
yeah,
right?
no. I had
So,
military parents also, so I
yeah.
feel it. But mine were Air Force, so they probably weren't as hardcore as yours.
Oh, my parents are crazy. I still love them. I'm going camping.